Life's barely long enough to get good at one thing.
You're fat long.
And so be careful what you get good at.
It's cultural swine, bitch. Now where's the blow?
All right. It's gonna be a little something today. Shit's getting a little bit wild. Now's the time to start, crushing some fucking beers, having to, go out and celebrate some good times with your friends. Do what you need to do, cause shit's getting a little bit wild online, and by today's standards, it's gonna be a pretty anti-Semitic episode. And if you're still using that term for people, you can literally eat shit. That's faggy. That's pussy. It makes zero sense now to be using that term on people. So I mean, yeah, by today's standards, by Rabbi Shmuley's standards, which is why we got the video today, because we're gonna have some fun, footage to watch of good old pube face Rabbi Shmuley later on in the episode. But by his standards today, and his dildo selling daughter, and the rest of that country right now, it's going to be a pretty upsetting video. It's going to be it's going to be very bad. And I don't even know. Finally, we got Candace calling out Erica's bitch ass. Fuck Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk is intelligence, possibly linked to, a Romania child trafficking ring, which I'm sure at one point knew Epstein at one point or another. I don't know. I'm not making accusations. But also, her father is, kind of like the chairman of the Raytheon division at the Iron Dome in Israel. That's really sketchy too. I bet he knows a lot about HARP and directed energy weapons. And he could use a drone on people. He could use a hurricane on people. He could start a tsunami. I wonder what that motherfucker could start. Yeah, or what Raytheon in general could start. But being the chairman of Raytheon in Israel at the Iron Dome has got to be a crazy thing. And I said this in the past because this has been information that is available for quite some time now. Maybe he was the one that gave the stand down order on October 6th. I don't fucking know. Didn't give Charlie Kirk a sit down order. Kind of did though. But yeah, now we have Candace calling her out, and everyone's going against each other. We have people. You have Trump calling people quiet piggy. Yeah, we got a lot of cultural swine going on right now. We got quiet piggy. We got piggies, piglets, just pigs in general running around with each other. Now they're fighting. I thought it was always weird. I don't even trust Candace to be honest. Out of all these influencers or political commentators, or we can call them investigative journalists, but they're nothing compared to Hunter Thompson or anyone that was actually in that field or realm doing what that job requires. But you can call them whatever you want. But to be honest, you can't trust any of them, to be honest, at this point. But you can trust some of them more than the others. It's like a hierarchy of how much you can trust people, even though they're all fucking lying in some way or another. Like Candace's husband might like dick in his butt. That's what I hear. That's that's coming, I think, from Milo, who is a person that used to like dick in his butt. And I'm not taking a shot at Milo, but yeah, he did like dick in his butt. It's a little weird. Who I think, I don't know if he's like officially converted to being straight. I don't know. I think he's trying to be, at least. But you gotta love Milo, because he's been gay for how long? He's been saying he's gay for how long, and on the conservative side. Something that all these people seem to be hiding, but are also trying to be conservatives. It seems like Benny Johnson likes to suck Benny Johnsons. That's like a name for a dick. And it seems like there's like credible evidence that Benny Johnson would be up in a hotel room sucking a young boy's dick. I don't know if he's underage or, you know, the age of what Epstein likes, which is barely legal, according to people like Megyn Kelly's retard ass. But I mean, I guess there's a bunch of conservatives that have these families and have this whole image to protect that actually like just sucking dick and taking it up the ass. People like Benny Johnson, faggot. No one can, even if he's not a faggot, he's still a faggot. And I mean, Milo's naming tons of them. I don't know. He was a conservative that was, forward with everyone about what he liked sexually. And he was kind of like the only one. And he was kind of like the smartest one during his little peak back when he really got canceled, back when, Rogan would have him on. I don't know if Milo's episodes are still up. I'm pretty sure they took like Gavin McGinnis's episodes down. I remember when those two kissed, Gavin McGinnis and Milo Yiannopoulos, in front of like a Muslim crowd just to piss them off. That's hilarious. But yeah, to get back to Candace, and I just want to state again, Benny Johnson's probably taking it up the ass and sucking 19-year-olds' dicks in hotel rooms where his wife's crying in the lobby, apparently. And that was said on Tim Pool's bitch ass podcast, the Fagcast. The Fagcast, that apparently they live in O Block and they get, drive-bys happen at their house now. Tim Pool, bro, you are that head has got to be atrocious. That head has to look like dried sand. How it cracks. I don't know. I mean, I already said it, but it's definitely like the Voldemort on the back of the head in the first movie. That's crazy, dude. Take that fucking thing off. Oh, his wife's already sitting there lotioning it. He's like, one day I'll take it off, baby. One day I'm going to get the fucking surgery to make my knees grow so I can actually take it off, because I'll be able to have grown 6 inches to where I will be comfortable enough to take it off in front of other men. But until then, he's got to keep the beanie on. Faggot. Fagcast. I mean, Dave Smith. Did Dave Smith go on it? I don't know. But Ryan Maddow went on it. I forgot who was also on the Myron Gaines went on there trying to explain this alternative theory about who could have killed Charlie Kirk. And now we got Tyler Robinson sitting in court smiling like an MK Ultra patient, like a retard. I don't know if he did it. Not smart to do. I mean, you have Luigi Mangioni's case going on right now, sitting there smiling. But Luigi Mangione looks like the way he does, so he's going to get away with that. It's like I heard something on Red Bar when I was watching it earlier today. And he was kind of commenting on and criticizing the 1000th episode of The Fighter and the Kid, Brian Callen, who I think the allegations actually might be true against him. And then Brendan Schwab, ex-UFC fighter, blah, 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 guy that backed up a rapist, maybe, allegedly. And he was just, Red Bar was commenting on it, and they were trying to like defend this case on their 1000th episode, their 1000th episode. You would think it'd be a celebration, blah, blah, blah. And then someone brought up like Johnny Depp. I think it was Brendan Schwab. And he's like, well, look what Amber Heard did to him and what he had to go through. And it was like, well, Johnny Depp, even if he did do it, most people are going to turn the other way because he actually produced something that was of value for the people that consumed his work. Brian Callen has nothing. He's not funny at all. Listening to him is almost like listening to a fucking far left radical wife that tells you to put a fucking mask on and stick a goddamn poison in your arm. Disgusting. And yeah, so it's like you can't compare Brian Callen and Johnny Depp based on their comparable charges or accusations, because their work and what they, provided and created for their audience is night and day. And so that's kind of what was I comparing that to? God damn. I thought I had something good too, but fuck. Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like trying to compare Tyler Robinson and Luigi Mangione. You have fucking Luigi. Look, yeah, we all know what Luigi looks like, his charisma, and then you have this balding, furry fucking Tyler Robinson, who's probably a like Mormon recruit into intelligence. And so it's like, yeah, maybe they did comparable things, but how the public's going to receive them and treat them, it's going to be a different message, based entirely on looks, to be honest. And that's like Johnny Depp and Brian Callen. Brian Callen's never produced anything but rape act. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why he is even built a name for himself. I think his rape accusations and his sexual assault accusations trump the amount of recognition and attention he's ever garnered from any type of audience. So I thought that was funny. I thought that was a fun thing that Red Bar did that I was watching. But yeah, I mean, you have all these things going on right now. And to get back to the Timcast where he had Myron Gaines on and Ryan Matta, I already spoke about this previously, so I won't go too deep into it, but his reasoning for trying to debunk any Israel involvement or any alternative narrative that wasn't putting Tyler Robinson at the center of this, being the assassin of Charlie Kirk, he tried to debunk any alternative theory with his thoughts on trying to debunk Pizzagate. And if you're trying to debunk Pizzagate or any of this, global child sex trafficking networks, I immediately think you're a retard. I just think you're a retard. I think you're a gay retard. And if you look like Tim Cast and you run a podcast called Fagcast and you're trying to debunk any alternative theories to the Charlie Kirk assassination with debunking Pizzagate, I don't even know what to call that type of creature. He's literally, he's getting down to the level of like a Rabbi Shmuley there. Like, what is it, Peter Pettigrew or Pettigrew in Harry Potter? The fucking scumbag that, is with Voldemort that was living as Ron's rat. Just a scum little fuck. Weaseling around. Little chunky, weaselly fucking scumbag. That's what like Tim Pool reminds me of. That's what Rabbi Shmuley's pube face reminds me of. Oh, his daughter's atrocious to look at too. We're gonna have to hear Clavicle's fucking PSL or whatever he calls the rating of people's attractiveness on the Shmuleys. You're gonna have to make a movie. It's not the Brady Bunch, just the Smooly Bunch. The Smooly Bunch. That would be hilarious. That'd be a good movie. But I don't know. To get back to like the whole Candace thing, yeah, I don't know. I think her husband might be gay too, based on what Milo has to say about it. And apparently he's got receipts. And I mean, I think I read something that he's connected to Epstein somehow. I know he's like a British billionaire, at least a millionaire. And the way that Candace married her husband, I don't even know her husband's name. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to go based off what I've read and what I remember. And that's probably more truthful than what those fucks are going to tell me anyway. I think I read that her like meeting with her husband now, Candace Owens, was very similar to how like Charlie and Erica like came to meet. It was almost like an arranged marriage that they might have been willing to do or conscious of doing, or maybe they weren't. I think Erica Kirk was definitely conscious of what she was doing and her role when she went into that interview. I'm not sure about Candace, but I mean, you can make the argument that Candace has benefited more than anyone besides Erica Kirk in the killing of Charlie Kirk. Honestly, you can say that Candace has benefited the most out of anti-Semitism, besides Nick Fuentes, maybe, uh, and maybe even Ian Carroll. But I think Ian Carroll's doing it out of, I think he's genuine. But when I look at someone like Candace and Nick Fuentes, who say good things, who say things I agree with, but they seem to be the only people that like rise up in a situation where there's rampant anti-Semitism, which I'm a culprit myself, given how they define that term now. But they seem to be like the only two that rose up and profited off of the anti Semitism, why many others, almost everyone, got canceled or labeled with that term. So I think that's a little weird. But I'm like I said, there's a hierarchy of like who's telling the most truth. It's like everyone's got a theory of the world, right? And their theories of what they think is objective and subjective. And I heard Jordan Peterson say, as much as the shit I've hated recently that he says, I heard him say one time, he's like, yeah, people have opinions, and usually people see opinions as subjective, but some opinions have worked way better with progressing humans and being able to carry out a better life for yourself than other opinions, which means there must be like a hierarchy of opinions that, objectively place some people's opinions of the world and how they go about navigating it above others. And that would mean that objectively, it'd be better to be on the side of some opinions than the other based on the hierarchy of how it allows you to navigate the world and what the outcome of that opinion gives you when navigating the world and progressing to like higher planes of being. And so I think the same thing goes with all these people that are probably, performing some type of black magic with some type of theater they're putting on. That includes blood sacrifice, like mass trauma events, a lot of secret societies and secret knowledge that is not public knowledge, and a lot of deceit. And maybe they're all just playing the part that they have to play in this play, and we're just Truman. And I think that's how politics works for sure. That's why we're seeing like what we're getting with Trump right now, I think. Or maybe, I mean, we're just seeing people playing in, bloodlines going against each other. And some of the bloodlines right now are having better opinions, and that's why they're gaining mass followings. I have no clue. I think they all have like this elite status though that allows them to dominate the algorithms, the narratives, even if it's one that's widely different than the mainstream narrative. I think it allows them to, dominate the mass human psychology going on, the hive mind they're creating. And I think they're all working towards the same goal, but I think they're kind of infighting with each other about who's going to lead when they finally all reach the end goal. Which would be like global control probably, but yeah, I don't know. But when it comes to this, like Candace is probably spilling the most truth out of everyone. Erica Kirk's full of shit. She's out here saying that her fucking husband, that's like a devout Christian, is coming home, hugging her fucking kids and his kids, and saying fucking Jewish phrases. I forgot what it was. I'm not even going to look it up. Don't care. And fuck the Jewish Christmas, to be honest. What is that one called? Kwanzaa? Or is that the African one? I'll look this one up out of respect so I can talk shit about it. Hanukkah. Okay, sorry, I came from the Africa. I don't even remember what theirs is called. I know it has the menorah that they just lit with all those Israeli leaders. And the menorah that they lit, I think it was yesterday or the day before, was literally made out of the bombs, Iranian bombs that they shot out of the sky. And then they're like, we're going to make a menorah with it, light it like a ritual, and then come fuck you up like we did Gaza. And the U.S. is probably going to help us. And actually, that brings me to something I was going to play. I can just probably play it on my phone because it's only 29 seconds, I think. So I'm in Tucson. I've said that many times. And we have multiple airports. We have the Marana Airport. Marana is essentially just like this farm city, good farmland on the outskirts of Tucson as you're going to Phoenix. And they also have like an airport that's a little bit smaller, a little bit more secretive, but it's our second airport. So 3 days ago, a story comes out. I have a coworker tell me about it yesterday, and he sent me the YouTube video where they're talking about this extension to the Marana Airport that's directly connected to Israel. That's going to create a bunch of jobs and help the economy. But then, the reason he told me is because I think the way I do. I know what I know. And I looked at him and I go, well, that's weird, right? Given that Tucson has the largest Air Force base in the country. It's really weird, right? And the shit that I see flying over my house every single day, the fucking choppers, the fucking jets, do they rumble the fucking floor? It's insane. Rumble the floor. You're hiking. I have my phone on full blast, like listening, because I don't put shit in my ears. If you want to be zapped just as bad as getting a fucking third booster, put AirPods in your ear for fucking hours of the day. That is putting your phone up to your ears bad enough. Putting AirPods in your ears is about the fucking stupidest thing one could do to their brain. But yeah, the shit that I see flying over is insane. It's beautiful. I love the shit. I'm like, damn, that's fucking America. But I just also think, like, I wonder who's going to be on the receiving end of this if it gets bad. And then also, it's like, once those people are taken care of, am I and the rest of the Dursleys, the cattle, the public, are we going to be the final victims? Are we going to, cheer it on when it's another country? Allow them to kind of like try out their new shit. And then after we're done cheering that on, are they going to turn around and be like, okay, your guys' turn? Like Palantir. How Palantir is being used on Gaza and all these countries that we're always at war with. And then now they're going to be, they've tested it. It's great. It works phenomenally. Just like the little ball in the Lord of the Rings that they named it after. Oh, so now they're going to be like, all right, bring it back to the U.S. now that it's like fully tested and ready to go. They tested Palantir more than they tested the fucking vaccines before they brought it to us, which is even crazier. All right.
Capito hosting a big.
So the title is New Marana Hangars at Pinal Air Park to Boost Local Economy. Terrible written fucking title. Just terrible, to be honest.
Ascent Aviation and Monroe Capito hosting a big ribbon cutting ceremony to show off two new huge hangars at Pinal Airport in Marana. The companies say these 90,000 square foot hangars will let Ascent Aviation Services work with Israel Aerospace Industries. They say the goal is to turn big passenger airplanes into cargo planes. They expect the project to bring hundreds of high-paying jobs and growth to Marana's local economy.
That is crazy. So they're just that's a 29-second video. I never heard a thing of it. It's Marana Airport. We have a big airport in Tucson. It's not the one that was actually in the Millers. They actually filmed that, or were the Millers, because they come through Tucson in that movie. They actually filmed that in New Mexico, funny enough, but they come through we have a popular, big, well-functioning airport in Tucson. We also have the largest Air Force base and graveyard where, I mean, it's like a junkyard for cars as well. Like, you can get parts and shit from these old planes, and they still use that. It's the biggest like junkyard graveyard for Air Force, while also being the largest Air Force base. It's also home to Raytheon in Tucson. Just putting that out there. Also home to some of the biggest mountain ranges, not only in Tucson, but go to northern fucking Arizona, Flagstaff, Sedona, Grand Canyon. Who knows what the fuck they're doing out there? Mining resources, building bunkers, and I don't know. Crazy shit. Probably testing UFOs. And then going to say, yeah, gray aliens are going to come down and project, and they're going to be holograms, and everyone's like, oh shit, holy shit, the movies are real. Steven Spielberg was right. That one of the most powerful Jews, Steven Spielberg, who wrote Jurassic Park and duped everyone into thinking that dinosaurs were a thing. I'm not even going to get into that because I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think they fucking duped people on dinosaurs. But yeah, we have a popular, well-functioning airport in Tucson. It's just weird that they chose the Marana one, which is, like I said, a small farm town, like on the outskirts of Tucson. Very nice place. I used to love playing them in baseball. They had this pitcher during my junior and senior year. He was a senior when I was a junior. Travis Howard. I think he got drafted. I don't know what team he got drafted for. I think he actually committed to University of California, Santa Barbara before he got drafted. But dude threw like, mid 90s, big old country boy. He was really fucking good. I had a couple hits off of him. Not bragging. Chill out. No, that year for baseball in Tucson was absurd. We had so many people get drafted. I can name probably 7 to 10 off the top of my head. Half of them were illegal foreign immigrants. I mean, I don't mind those. They're doing great things. Don't care then. If they're not raping, I don't really give a fuck. Yeah, but to get back to Marana, it's like weird that they chose to put these two, what she said in her words in 29 seconds, two huge new hangars in the Marana airport that will be directly linked with the Israeli Air Force or whatever the fuck they call it. And it'll be involving huge cargoes that will create many jobs. Okay, what's the cargo carrying? One, probably our ammunition, our military technology, our guns, whatever, all the shit you need for war. And then they go, well, it's going to create a lot of jobs too. What are the jobs? Are they military jobs? I mean, those are jobs too. So, I mean, it's just weird wording. Only 29 seconds. Thought that was interesting. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to try to keep up with that. I don't know if we're going to get any more than that 29 seconds, though, to be honest. This Quentin Tarantino stuff is hilarious, too. This guy he's in the same position as Kash Patel. The only difference is Kashat Patel is not married to Alexis Wilkins. It's just his partner at the moment. Why am I saying that gay faggot LGBTQ partnership? It's not his wife at the moment. But Quentin Tarantino's wife is no different. And Quentin Tarantino actually lives in Tel Aviv. When they were getting bombed and attacked, he fled the country. He was there in Tel Aviv because he lives there. He's learning Hebrew, I guess. There's this incredible thread I read about, given he's talking, he came out with a movie list that was very odd. He's talking shit about some of the actors in There Will Be Blood who were defended by their co-actors. Specifically, Daniel Day-Lewis backed up the actor that Quentin Tarantino's talking shit about. And then you look into then you just think about who Quentin Tarantino is. Yeah, he's written phenomenal movies, some of the best movies of all time. He loves writing his parts where he can say nigga. And he loves writing his parts where he can say, You know what I'm just saying his parts, and I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna. I mean, I won't do the bad one. Right? I mean, come on. We know what he likes to say. He likes to say nigga, and not the way we all love to use that term. All races used that term, but he liked to use it the other way. And his part always like said it. His acting parts were always like kind of the worst roles in the films that he wrote, which were some of the best films of all time. But his role specifically was like always like the worst casted, which he played and loved to say nigga. And then you think about like, okay, so this guy comes from way back in history when it comes to Hollywood, and how it became so powerful, all these great writers coming out, like when the love for film like started to boom, he was like a central character. Well, who else was? Roman Polanski, the guy who can't come back to the US because if he does, he'll be arrested for admitting to raping a 13-year-old girl. And the funny thing is, it's not funny, it's terrible, dang. But this guy that's, coming out with like the worst movie list, that's not his real list. We all know that. Talking shit about actors in some of the great films and their performance. He like defended this shit with Roman Polanski. I mean, his evidence was, well, if a 13-year-old wants it, it's not rape. And I'll bring that up right now because I'm going to bring up a Twitter thread right now, and it's a fascinating one. Because the guy who put together this thread actually went back to like the 1930s and 40s and brought up some real interesting stuff, to be honest. All right, so let's go with. All right, so this is Truth Teller at Truth Teller FTM on X. And so this starts with Tarantino's handler and Israeli wife, Daniela Pick, told Israeli's Channel 12 News that Tarantino never considered leaving when rockets struck Tel Aviv. So like I said, he didn't flee and like leave and move back to the US. They just left because, well, they don't want to die with the peasants. All right, so, and then it goes, who knew that Natural Born Killers was in fact Tarantino's autobiography? Great film. Woody Harrelson, I forgot the girl's name. I would have said his autobiography is Inglourious Bastards, but he was the bad guys. Or I mean, no, he's the good guys. Or I don't know who's the bad guys in that whole story anymore, to be honest. But this goes on, and it goes, here's an ad, shit, and I'm gonna share this on the screen. Actually, I'll just bring it up because this is a wild ad, and it looks real to me. But I'm gonna take it as truth because I don't give a fuck. I'm allowed to do that. They've lied so much. I'm allowed to read fucking headlines and go, well, that's true. It feels right. We got some fun things to watch in a bit. I guess we can do it after this, honestly. All right, so here we go. So here's the start of this. This is what I read first. And then we get this. And he goes, this was a real ad to unindoctrinate those poisoned by Hollywood propaganda. This 1939 bill, or handbill, widely distributed on the West Coast by the Anti-Communist Federation, was reproduced in the March 6th, 1939 issue of Life. The handbill's text is an Aryan call to wake up. Now we can just look at this. Read it for yourself. Christian vigilantes arise. Buy Gentile, employ Gentile, vote Gentile. Boycott the movies. Hollywood is the Sodom and Gomorrah where international Jewry controls vice dope gambling, where young Gentile girls are raped by Jewish producers, directors, casting directors who go unpunished. The Jewish Hollywood Anti-Nazi League controls communism. In the motion picture industry, stars, what does that say? Writers and artists are compelled to pay for communistic activities. That's interesting, huh? This goes even farther. He goes, if boycotts don't work, then why did the former CEO of Siemens mysteriously die in a plane crash after signing the Israel boycott contract with a Turkish railway? My parents were in New York when this happened, crazy enough. My sister goes to school out there. They were here, and the first thing, my dad's not a conspiracy guy at all. He is actually one of the hardest people to, kind of get to, he's always on board once he listens, but it's hard to get him to listen. It sounds kooky. I give him that. But when he came back and we were talking about this, he's like, dude, you're talking about the Siemens CEO, and I didn't know who Siemens was, and he's like, look up this company and tell me that wasn't a fucking planned plane crash. And then he goes over some more shit, blah blah blah. Look at how hard they want to punish boycotters. The House will vote Monday on H.R. 867, the IGO Anti-Boycott Act, sponsored by Representative Mike Lawler. Fines up to $1 million. Prison sentences up to 20 years. This sounds like what Alex Jones got hit with Andy Book. When you're talking about that Andy Book situation that he was probably right about. And no, I'm not talking about the comedian that overdosed and was saved by the crack that he smoked as well, Andy Cook, which is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. For Americans participating in boycotts of Israel or its settlements, if these boycotts are endorsed by international bodies like the UN or EU. Okay. And he goes even farther. Ever wonder why Campbell's uses 3D printed chicken? There's a chicken shortage, causing 97 chicken processing plants have been destroyed just between 2021 and 2022. And check out what the Campbell's VP had to say about his own products. I guess
this stuff is for poor people. It's all 3D printed chicken in there, and I'd never eat it.
Campbell's soup vice president just said that their soups have 3D printed meat in them. He was also caught on recording saying that Campbell's products are for poor people and that he won't eat them because he knows that they are unhealthy with the bioengineered meat in them.
Bioengineered meat? I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
This was all caught on audio recording by an employee named Robert Garza of Michigan. Garza filed a lawsuit against Campbell's on Thursday and released audio. He says features Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer Martin Bally. A Campbell's Soup Company spokesperson released a statement that said, "We are proud of the food we make, the people who make it, and the high-quality ingredients we use. The comments on the recording are not only inaccurate, they are patently absurd. Keep in mind the alleged comments are made by an IT person who has nothing to do with how we make our food. If the recordings are legitimate, the comments are unacceptable, and they do not reflect our values and the culture of our company. Mr. Bally is temporarily on leave while we conduct our investigation."
All right, that's wild. That is wild. But they also own TikTok now that was created on, so I wonder how long that will be up. He goes farther. Regular soup used to have 3 simple ingredients: tomatoes, butter, onions. Now there are nearly 24 fillers and chemicals and sugar. By the way, if you're in Campbell's VP, by the way, if I don't know if I'm probably reading that wrong, Campbell's VP Martin Bally is chosen, obviously, and check out how they lie on their ad.
People who buys our shit so healthy. Now that I know what the in it. Even in a can of soup, I look at it, look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a.
Oh, we just okay. Yeah, I mean, and then guess what all of these companies have in common? Here's a good place to start to regain your health. Okay, boycott. All right, drinks. We have Starbucks, obviously, scumbags. Nestle, of course. Nescafé, Coca-Cola, Sprite, Fanta, Mountain Dew, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Evian, Tropicana, Gatorade. Food, McDonald's, probably selling you human meat and is not even a fucking restaurant business. They are a real estate business. Kit Kat, KFC, it's finger licking shit. Maggie, Doritos, yeah, shove red 40 Doritos down your fucking fat gullet, you pieces of shit. Lay's, Bungles, Haagen-Dazs. I'm pretty sure Haagen-Dazs is owned by faggots, just like the other ice cream company, Ben & Jerry's. Bunch of faggy people. Bunch of fruity fucking people. Betty Crocker. Probably hasn't got Betty Cocker in a while, so now she's killing people. Nature Valley. Pillsbury. Everyone knows someone that looks like the Pillsbury like mascot. They've manifested their mascot with their food. Fruit by the foot. Roll-ups. Yeah. This is L'Oreal. These are beauty. So L'Oreal, Maybelline, Garnier. I haven't washed my hair in like 7-8 months, and I have great hair. I have a hat on most of the time, but I don't even need to, nah. I already know I have great egg yolk. Egg yolk works great if you want to wash your hair. And then if you want to brush your teeth with shit that's not poisonous, baking soda and coconut oil. That's all you got to do. And if you eat good food, the nutrients in the food like cleans your mouth as well. Also, when you're excreting it, it cleans your hair as well. If you eat good food. That's kooky though. That's kooky in the eyes of Peter Hotez, who has an autistic daughter, while being the #1 vaccinologist in the world, who denies an autism linked to vaccines. But he's the #1 vaccinologist in the world who has an autistic daughter. It's hilarious. I saw a couple of his books as copies of his books at Bookman's, which is a place where I can like get books for $5 to $10, like ones that would cost you $30 to $45. I'm gonna buy as many as I can and just give them out at Christmas because my family hates that fat fuck. It'll just be funny to have it around. It'll be also nice to save before they try to get rid of people that put their name on books spewing out information like that. Be really good to have. Revion, Estee Lauder, Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, we all know that. Well, you see an athlete that is physically more capable than anyone else around you fall in the middle of the field, you can thank Johnson & Johnson. You can thank J&J. Always comes back to a J and another J. Here's clothing. Marks and Spencer, Ralph Lauren. Probably Ralph Lauren and Hefner were probably trafficking people in tunnels that probably had connections to Diddy's house as well, but they didn't show you that in the documentary. They didn't show you that. Yeah, he killed a fat fucking rapper that was a scumbag. Grew up a fucking screw up. Said he was always hungry. When his mom in interviews goes, I made sure to feed him every single day. I made sure of that, which is kind of fucked up. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing they wanted to show you was Diddy might have killed a fat fucking rapper that somehow was starving growing up, but he looked like a planet that had his own orbit. And then the other rapper that he killed, they wanted to show us was what, Tupac? Or is his name Tupac? Because he was taking 2 cocks at one time. So he might have killed a fat fucking planet rapper that had good flow, and also maybe killed a fruity one that should have been called Tupac that also had good flow, that were created by the CIA. Okay, thanks for telling me the information we already knew, 50. You're getting old. Let's get some better information out there, dude. I mean, I love that 50's making it. Love 50, love his music, but dude, what have you done when it comes to like killing people, dude? You got shot 9 times. I mean, is this random? Was it Clive Davis that shot you 9 times? And then he probably picked up the bullet, casings and tried to sell them. It's like precious metals. Fucking Clive Davis. Yeah, the documentary's ass. Anything that Netflix puts out that's like rated in the top 5, ass. Stranger Things, ass. If you think Stranger Things is good and the story's all right. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I'm only watching this new season because I think Izzy Griffin is right when he talks about the Stranger Things representing like Project Monarch or Project MK Ultra type things. I've already talked about this. Don't need to do it. Go watch this video. It's fucking amazing. That's why I'm watching it. But the fucking acting, oh my god, it's fucking horrendous. It's hard to get through. And the worst part's not even the lesbians that they always bring up in like the second episode and just ruin the storyline. It's like, why did they have to be here? They go, oh, it's the 80s. We wanted to portray someone that was struggling with that. Don't care. No one cares if 2 hot lesbians are fucking. No one cares in the 80s if 2 hot lesbians are fucking. Especially if there's a redhead aspect to one of them. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Acting is terrible. It's hard to get through. I'm only watching it because I think Izzy Griffin's right, and I just want to. I think people can learn about how they use these mind control tactics to split personalities to create people with alter egos that can perform different tasks and harness different skills and carry out those tasks and skills without even knowing they did it. Maybe like Luigi, maybe like Tyler Robinson, maybe like the dude screaming that he was the shooter, I forget his name, George Zinn, maybe like him. Maybe like Lee Harvey Oswald or Jack Ruby. I mean, or any school shooter that we've ever fucking had. Maybe that's how they do it. Maybe they're telling you in Stranger Things, that's number 2 in the country, right behind the Diddy documentary. That's only 4 episodes long. That's giving you the information that you could have found from Liz Crocken 3 years ago. I mean, they didn't mention the tunnels. They didn't mention much of Usher. I didn't hear much of Usher talk going on, Bieber talk, or, that. I mean, I got this from War Mode, but Cassie's wearing a fucking Yeezy Yay hoodie when she's getting her ass beat. And then you got fucking Diddy showing up to his trial. Sucking his cousin's dick, telling us in songs and shit, doing weird monarch shit. And I don't think I think they left out a lot of shit. I mean, I'm just speculating. This is alleged. This is allegedly. This is all just allegedly. But I think he might have had tunnels that led to his house too. That might have connected to famous actors' houses and other celebrities. Maybe to the Getty. Maybe to like a CPS institution. I don't know. Those are all just weird claims, dude. Yeah, make sure you get your booster and stay 6 feet away, though, you faggots. All right, let's see. I mean, is there anything else? Let's see. Let's get the rest of these. So Gap, Levi, Nike, of course. Nike's Chung Hong. Get that done, Chung Hong. Don't jump off the side of the building, though. It'll catch you. You try to do it again, it'll catch you. Imagine, that's like waking up. They've had movies about this. Like, you die, you're going to die every day, but you got to figure out how it's going to happen. They've had movies about this. I think not many, but multiple, where someone dies and then they wake up the day before and they're like, oh, it's going to happen again. This is literally Chinese slaves for Nike and Apple. They go, okay, I'm going to jump today. And they jump and it catches them. They go, well, I got to go back up and work tomorrow. I'm going to jump again. That's crazy. Converse, Calvin Klein. I mean, I'm guilty of wearing some of this, but I mean, I think everyone is. Victoria's Secret. Obviously, dude. Lex Wexner. It's funny that they have all the donors of Ohio State, the football team, and just the school in general. They put all the donors' names in the stadiums of the athletics. So when if you go to the football stadium and watch a game, they have all the donors' names, but it's only the first or last name. I forgot which one they use for every donor, but there's one donor that has the first and last name, and it's Leslie Wexner. Yeah, Tommy, of course. Yimber, I don't know, the Pampers, Giorgio Armani. Cool. Yeah. What about Balenciaga? What about Balenciaga? And this keeps going. I mean, dude, just how bad is Diet Coke? Think you're doing your body a favor by opting for diet soda? No, we all know. I mean, just gonna scroll through this. By doing a combination of intermittent fasting and boycotting, guess what you pay a whole lot less of? Well, taxes. You pay a whole lot less to, I'm guessing, a certain type of people. The kosher type. Yeah, okay. That's hilarious. So that's that. All right, I need to I gotta pee so bad. Fuck it, let's keep going. We're gonna watch. I'm gonna I don't want to screen share these videos. If I can get them on this screen behind me, I'd rather do that. So let's see. All right. All right, I'm gonna play a video and then go pee. That's how we'll do it. All right. Let's watch some Shmooly. We're gonna start with the Shmooly videos that we have today. This guy is such a fucking scumbag. You know what? Just bear with me. All right. Yeah, you can't see this one as well, but if this one you don't have to see as well. He's just kind of screaming. He's drunk as fuck at some type of dinner. It looks like he's screaming a bunch of shit. I mean, we'll talk about it. I think he's real fucked up off like baby dick circumcision juice or the blood. I think he had too many shots of that tonight or whenever this was, and yeah, just listen up. Says Mondami, you're not taking us down. No global intifada at this table. He's dancing around. That's crazy. Time to go home to your.
Hi, this is Jorgen Waxon. I work with Waste Management. Okay.
Time to go home to your tiny home in Queens. That's a crazy statement to call Mondami out on. And I don't like Mondami. I think whoever you voted in that day is going to be a absolute scumbag. Don't care. Wouldn't have voted. If you did, you're playing a fucking game, playing Candyland. I mean, Mondami's over here fucking shoving rice in his mouth, shoving his hand back in. Oh, it's the same as eating pizza. No, it's not. No, it's not. The pizza stays in your hand. Hands not going in the mouth. There's a lot of differences. Don't even try to pull that fucking shit. It's different. It's gross. It's fucking weird. Definitely would get up under his wife's burqa if I could, though. That'd be nice. She is she's quite the spectacle, quite the organism. I would definitely get up in that. But he's over here yelling at Mondami to go back to his home in Queens, which Mondami comes from like a pretty rich background as well. But so that was one thing. Let's see if I might screenshot the next one because it's kind of fuck it. Let's do that instead. Alright, share the screen. No, not true time. Why is it coming? Come on. Smoothly. All right, fuck it. I'll just go to my bookmarks. While I'm going to this, we've had multiple people in the past 2 weeks, and we even had a guy last year at the place I work at walking to the bathroom and shit's falling out of his ass onto the carpet and the floor in front of everyone. Goes to the bathroom, leaves. We've had 2 people in the last week, women specifically, eat some Italian food, I don't know, have some drinks, and they have went into our bathroom and they've shit over the walls and all over the toilet, causing people to have to clean that work for us. And it's fucking disgusting. And it's weird that it's happening it's 2 in a week is crazy. And it's happened before. And it's an accelerated rate. And it's just like, yo, what? That's a fucking problem. Get fucking takeout. Get takeout. You don't come to a fucking restaurant knowing it's possible you might eat something or drink something and you might shit in your chair. And if it's not that you are going to shit over the walls and over a place that other people have to use. Not only use, but clean up if you do that. Like it's fucking Bridesmaids or it's fucking Hall Pass. When they're all shitting all over the fucking place in Bridesmaids, you have Melissa McCarthy. I mean, like, it's not funny now. It's like funny till a 10-year-old kid's watching it. But that, and then you have Hall Pass when she sneezes, she's sober from cigarettes, shits on the back wall. If there's a possibility you're gonna fucking do that, takeout or just eat something at home. You don't need to have a non-alcoholic Moscow Mule and eat a spaghetti carbonara that bad. If that's going to happen, fuck off. That's gross. All right. It's also hilarious, but it's gross. Actually, let's listen to this fat guy rap real quick. I thought this was fucking gas. Now that I'm just passing it. Shit.
I got 5 on it, flexing. Yeah, hey. I got 5 on some Indo, damn crescendo. That shit we rolling out the window. No more stendo. Fuck up with this bougie info. They say in info. Had to talk between the pillows. Receive some info. She got a man, I had to tiptoe. I took my man's off. My mind, I really need some info. Now I'm in limbo. Try to touch up like I'm a schizo. Man, I'm a shit show. My money taller than the big show. That's on my info. Hey, whipping that Maserati by the chop, the top of all that new Bugatti. Wonder on my body, I be drowning in this damn tsunami. Moving with the thotty in this hottie out in Abu Dhabi. I talk the money shit harder than Muhammad Ali. Hey, bitch, I'm a dog with this rap shit. Really leading rich off making songs with this rap shit. Say you hot as fuck, then you wrong. Some cat shit. They'll remember me when I'm on God. That's a fact, bitch.
Did he say that's a fact, bitch, or that's a fat bitch, because he's one too, but dude can split. Shout out Fletchy. Just found him on Twitter scrolling earlier today. Love that shit. Good for him. Let's see. Let's go back. Fuck. All right. So, what are we looking at? Oh, Disney, yeah, just to bring this up, look at this. Just in, Disney to make $1 billion investment into OpenAI. So there goes any movie you've ever loved from Disney. You were being controlled by it, so who gives a fuck? But now this motherfucker, who's gay as shit, but is accused of fucking his sister as they were growing up, is the one taking the $1 billion investment from Google, or from Disney. This fucking piece of garbage that runs ChatGPT, that if a cataclysm was to hit and wipe out our civilization, maybe like the one that built the pyramids, these motherfuckers have bunkers, and that's why they're building AI robots, because they will go to their bunkers with their AI robots because they don't need us as slaves anymore if they have the robots. And that's why they don't give a fuck about us. Leave them in the dirt. This motherfucker, this ghost reptilian freak, one of these fucking goddamn gay tech faggots that, claims to be for humanity. Some of them claim Christ, like Peter Thiel, but they're getting it up the ass. We're giving it. They like butthole, and we're trusting them with everything. Everything. Dude's taking $1 billion investments from Disney. The organization that Jeffrey Epstein just had, like, a connection to. Ghislaine had a connection to with Terramar, with her submarines. That submarines would bring kids to do like a snorkeling tour, and who knows how many kids got sold there. We'll come back to this Sean Ryan shit. Sean Ryan and Dan Crenshaw, dude, are getting in a beef. I guess Dan Crenshaw might sue Sean Ryan because Sean Ryan nutted in his eye and now he can't see out of it. All right, let me find it. All right. All right, yeah. This is how we're gonna finish off. Oh, did I not say it? Which one? Okay, so I'm trying to. Oh, here it is. Okay, here's the schmooly one I was trying to.
More than anything else, what I really want.
First of all, look at this guy, dude. Look, he's sold so many dildos that his dick is, or his nose is growing in and morphing into a dick. He's sold so many dildos with his daughter that his nose is morphing into a dick and his chin is now growing pubic hairs. That's how many dildos this faggot weasel has sold.
Money, money, money. But more than anything else, what I really want, what my giant nose needs just to grow more warts is Christian blood. Let me see if I can find any. Let me see.
Around kids. Crazy.
This is not my day. This sucks. You're wearing Israeli flag? Are you wearing an Israeli flag? Money, money,
Watch
money.
this.
But more than anything else, what I really want, what my giant nose needs just to grow more warts is Christian blood. Let me see if I can find any. Let me see.
This guy has people compromised to the likes of
This is not my
RFK.
day. This sucks. You're wearing Israeli
He's taking
flag?
pictures
Are
with
you wearing
Brigitte
Israeli
Macron.
flag?
He's taking pictures with some of the most powerful people in the world. And the pictures are always a selfie that looks like he ran up on you and just took a selfie real quick, because they're always terrible pictures. And it looks like, oh, gotcha. Now you're in a picture with me and you're fucked. Just like, how like Elon took that one picture where Ghislaine's like in the back looking like she kind of photobombed it. Just like, gotcha. So you have that. God, why does it keep... all right, hold on. Let's watch the Sean Ryan. That one's... actually, I do want to watch this. Let's watch the rednecks punching each other, punching themselves in the face. I guess they're getting ready for, like... That's interesting. Look at that. Not Sean Ryan. These Appalachian guys, I guess, are getting ready for some type of, like, fighting event. But like these are, dude, fuck a tranny, fuck all these pussies that, want to start never-ending wars are all for it, but it is terrifying to know that you'd have to fight alongside them because they hate guns. They chop their dicks off, their tits off. They do the most outrageous. They're mentally ill people. Now, these people might, fall under the mentally ill label as well. But when I show you these people, this is who I would want to fight by. This is who I would want my enemies to see when they landed on our land with our technology. Like, they don't even see our technology yet. They just see the beasts that we produce that have been, a part of defending this country since way back when. They might be retarded, but just watch these beasts. All right. Come on.
I'll eat them all day. All day. Let's go. You ready for this? Watch it. See that big guy? Cookies and soup all day, baby. I'm gonna eat them all fucking day. Let's go, baby.
Bro's got a two-cock shirt on.
Can't touch this, big dog. All day.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Come get you some. Come on!
So it's the Redneck, hold on, what does it say? The Redneck Brawl 11, Redneck Invasion, Saturday, December 13th. That's tomorrow. Charleston, West Virginia. Charleston Coliseum. That is. Wow. Okay, so that was one that, holy shit. That's who I want to fight alongside, though, not some tranny that chopped its dick off 2 days ago. That's on pills that might make them want to kill me. Even though I might want to do the friendly fire there in that case, to be honest. Here's this. I thought it was funny. We have Zelensky, I guess, apparently also has a passport to Israel. Kind of like Epstein had a Saudi, U.S., Israel passport as well. So if things hit the fan, this little faggot will go to the perfect place that will take him back. Perfect place for a comedian that thinks it's funny to take his dick out in front of crowds and play the piano. Perfect place to go would be Israel. They probably might even let you do it in front of a fucking school. Fuck this guy, dude. Fuck this guy. Scumbag fuck. There's good old Tarantino. All right. I just got to play this one more time. I love this video. I trust the judicial system. No, you trust the Jews, it sounds like.
Come after me. Call me names. I don't care. Call me what you want. Go down that rabbit hole. Whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like that.
No, I'm very... This is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this. Excuse my French. But this is not okay.
So you want to put these people back in the box where they've been creeping from?
I don't care what box you're in. But just know that your words are very powerful, and we are human. My team are not machines, and they're not robots. They are human. We have more death threats on our team and our side than I have ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. I have, you name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted.
At Iron Dome, you dumb bitch. No one's taking you. Is this why they made that new dumb movie on Amazon, Bergolia or whatever?
And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again?
Yeah, MK
They
Ultra.
watched my husband get murdered. I have no idea how I would have reacted if I was there that day.
See you in
And
Valhalla.
thank the good Lord that I did
Where's
not
he
have
at?
to
See
see
in
that
Valhalla.
happen.
Where's
But
his
my
body
team,
buried?
they
Where's
are
his body
rocked to the
buried at?
core. So
Where's his body buried at? Why are his hands way smaller on the casket? Why do you have a fucking Freemasonry ring on? Why does your dad work for Raytheon Iron Dome division? Why does your mom and dad somehow we're told that they were divorced and separated? Why do they have a intelligence what should I say weapons defense contract with the United States military? And why are they operating in the Romania country as well? And why are you accused of maybe being involved in a trafficking ring there that is also a country that made it so that they cannot prosecute anyone in the U.S. as Romania? The only people that can prosecute people in Romania that are from the U.S. are the U.S. government. Explain these things. Why are you in a country video 13 years ago with a bunch of symbolism in Vegas and all these other types of shit, dressed like a whore in the music video, but you're a Christian lady in the music video, but you're dressed like a whore? It's not very Christian-like. Why do you have a butterfly tramp stamp that a lot would say maybe kind of resembles Project Monarch? I'm just, these are just questions. Are you pregnant right now? Why did you hug JD Vance in them hot, tight leather pants? Like it was a J. Mac Riley Reid scene. Answer that. Well, I mean, come on, red coat, white coat. I honestly thought you were talking to Candace right now. I thought this is... Fuck that, dude. I mean, I don't trust anyone at this point. I mean, more so I trust definitely Candace, where she's coming from. Also, I think Candace is hotter than Erica Kirk. Remember that one video that came out of Candace when she... She never got to do that to her husband's dick because, like Milo will tell us, he actually likes up the butt. So you got some questions to answer, you dumb bitch, to be honest. I don't have any problem calling you a dumb bitch. Remember they did like, they had work on the Sabbath. You know how they don't do anything on Sundays in Utah if you're a very religious Mormon, like not allowed. They're doing construction on the place where Charlie Kirk died immediately the next day on a Sunday. They're like, cover up the menorah, cover up the ritual fucking sacrifice platform. There's a lot of questions. What rings do you have on right now?
did they have to be dragged through the mud, analyzed?
We can analyze whoever the fuck we want. Why do you still have Charlie Kirk's phone? Why do you have the most important piece of evidence with you? Why was there Egyptian drones or crafts or some type of aerospace craft following you around for a while before this event happened? You got a lot of shit.
Hyper-analyzed.
You know,
sit in a corner and cry.
No one's gonna cry but you.
Cry and be in fetal
fake
position. This is a duty to my husband.
Is this a book that she's promoting and making money off that she didn't write? Who wrote this? Charlie Kirk? I'm pretty sure Charlie Kirk wrote this book that she's promoting. This whore. Absolute whore cunt, to be honest. I don't care. Whore cunt. See you in Valhalla, bitch.
And it's an absolute honor, and I will never back down. And so my message to them...
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice to back down. You don't play ball. You ask any questions about an island or something like that, or a stand-down order that your dad probably... Now that I think about it, because I brought up that earlier, right? So if... that actually is kind of crazy to think about. I never thought about that, to be honest. If we think about what the position her dad has in the Israeli Defense Department, let's say, the chairman of the Raytheon division at the Iron Dome, which what failed on October 7th, causing that attack by essentially monkeys, which led to this decimation of a country and to further on to even more wars that BB's fighting. He's got like 5 going on right now. Motherfucker loves it, dude. He fucking lives for this game, this game of war. But if you think about it, it's like Okay, BB might have gave the order, or that's who people heard it from. That's who Charlie Kirk might have been questioning. He's like, I just want to know, was there a stand down order? But if you think about the position that Erica Kirk's father had, the chairman of Raytheon at the Iron Dome division, the people that would have, the system that failed that day that would have called the stand down order for it to fail would have been the people leading the Iron Dome. Maybe it was the chairman. Maybe it was the father of your wife. And when you started asking that question, you're really close to an answer that might be very unsettling. Just saying. Fuck it. I mean, let's just watch this Sean Ryan shit, to be honest. I want to watch it. I already told you what it is, but I haven't watched it yet, so I kind of just want to watch it through.
Directly with all of you who've supported this show and made it what it is today. On December 9th, 2025, I received a legal demand letter from lawyers representing Congressman Dan Crenshaw. They are threatening to sue me for defamation because of comments I made on my podcast about a message that he sent me. They want me to remove content, issue a public apology, and stop talking about him. I'm not going to do any of that. Let me give you full context so you can judge for yourself. What I originally said a while back, I commented on my show about Congressman Crenshaw throwing an extremely expensive party and the fact that he seems to have become quite wealthy during his time in Congress. I raised questions about how a congressman making $174,000 a year can afford that.
Sorry, I hate to stop it, but if he's going after inside trading on Dan Crenshaw, he better be going at everyone else as well.
Kind of a lifestyle. These are legitimate questions.
And he's right. Dan Crenshaw is definitely guilty of this shit. If Dan Crenshaw goes through with suing him, they will have legal cause of discovery to look into this shit. So.
And to be honest, I didn't even mention Dan Crenshaw's name in that initial
I just nutted in his eye. Now he's pissed.
Conversation. I just brought up the fact that he was having Steve Aoki, a major DJ, spin.
A major DJ 19 years ago. If you're fucking 55, shut up, dude. The guy's throwing cake at people. Chill.
At his party. And then, let's fast forward a couple years and they got Steve Aoki DJing their 40th birthday party.
We wanted Avicii, but we actually killed him because he was looking into child sex trafficking. And then we wanted to get Chester Bennington, but same thing happened to him somehow. So we got stuck with the cake thrower, Steve Aoki.
How does that happen?
I don't have firsthand experience in this. I have often questioned the same thing.
These are legitimate questions.
Tulsi's sexy, though. I'll give her that.
Multiple news outlets have reported on concerns about congressional insider trading and members of Congress, including Congressman Crenshaw, actively trading stocks while having access to non-public information.
Who the fuck isn't? I mean, you are retarded if you are not involving yourself in this profit. You are a fucking retard.
That affects those very stocks. I'm not the only person asking these questions, but apparently I'm the one that got under Dan's skin. After I made those comments, Congressman Crenshaw sent me an Instagram message. I'm going to publish the actual screenshot so you can see for yourself right here. Here's what it says. Hey, Sean, you have the ability to contact your fellow team guy if you've got a problem with me or have questions about how I'm getting rich. Some of my boys at 6 told me about your indirect swipe at me. From the comment you made, it sounds like you have some beliefs that are based on trendy narratives instead of facts. Now, let me be clear about what I saw when I read that message. A sitting United States congressman who happens to be a former Navy SEAL, sent me a message saying, "My boys at 6 told me about my criticism of him." My boys at 6. That means SEAL Team 6,
No shit.
Development Group, the most elite special operations unit in the United States military and arguably the world. When I received that message, in the context of me criticizing him, I interpreted it as threatening. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he just meant that some guys he used to work with told him about my comments and he wanted to have a friendly chat. But that's not how it read to me, and I said so on my podcast. Now, here's a clip of Congressman Dan Crenshaw literally saying if he ever meets Tucker Carlson, he will fucking kill him.
Have you ever met Tucker?
So I'm just curious, what would you think if Congressman Dan Crenshaw sent you a message saying his boys at 6 after he threatened to kill Tucker Carlson? Now his lawyers are claiming that my interpretation of his message is defamation. They say I accused him of threatening me with assault, which is a crime. And then
These are like the most elite soldiers in the world, and they're arguing over fucking Instagram and social media, suing each other. The most elite killers in the world. Just get the fuck out of here, dude. Bunch of psyops, these two fucking thumbs are. One of them's got one eye. This one looks like a big fucking thumb. If you wrote a smiley face. Look at, there you are, Sean. I got a pen? Here, I'll show you. One of them is a fucking one-eyed pirate that got nutted, that got nut in it. And this right here, hold on, bear with me. All right, hold on, no. Come on, give me a Sharpie. What do we got? All right. So we got a one-eyed guy that, probably went blind in one eye because he shot his eye out with a Red Ryder, or a red-headed rider shot some nut in his eye. And then the other one that's arguing that they're both elite killers, by the way. This is the other one. Come on. Damn. Okay, there. This is the other one right here that we see on screen arguing about it. One of the most elite killers in the world. This is him. He goes, what am I supposed to take by that statement, dude? What am I supposed to take by that statement?
I need to publicly apologize and remove the content from my show. Here's my response.
I did Ivy.
No.
You better watch yourself.
I'm publishing their full demand letter along with my lawyer's response so that you can read both and decide for yourself whether my interpretation was unreasonable. This isn't really about whether I misunderstood a message. This is about whether a sitting member of Congress can use the threat of an expensive litigation to silence criticism. I asked questions about Congressman Crenshaw's wealth. Those questions are fair game. He is a public official. He makes decisions that affect all of us. He trades stocks while having access to classified and non-public information. The public has a right to ask how he's getting rich while he's in office.
Didn't you sell drugs for the CIA? Like, that's going to get brought up. We'll see. We'll see. You did Ibogaine, so maybe you'll get off. I don't know how that...
Instead of answering those questions, he sent me a message that referenced SEAL Team 6. And when I said that message felt threatening, he lawyered up and demanded I apologize and shut up. And I won't. Now, what's going to happen next?
So sorry.
If Congressman Crenshaw wants to sue me, he can. My lawyers are ready, and if he does, we're going to use the discovery process to get answers to all the questions I originally asked. Questions about his finances and how he affords the lifestyle he's living on a congressional salary. I suspect that's the last thing Dan actually wants. But here's what I think is really going on. Congressman Dan thought he could intimidate me into silence. He thought a legal threat would make me back down. But unfortunately, Dan, you're wrong. I'm a veteran. I've been in combat too. I've faced actual threats. A demand letter from a DC law firm, unfortunately, does not scare me. So let me clarify my position for the record. Congressman Crenshaw sent me a message that said, "My boys at 6 told me about my criticism of him." I interpreted that as threatening. Maybe he didn't intend it that way. Maybe he's just really bad at communication. But when a congressman invokes elite special operations forces into a message to someone who's criticizing him, that person is allowed to find it threatening. And you know what? I still want answers to my original questions. How has Congressman Crenshaw accumulated significant wealth while serving in Congress? What stocks has he traded and when? Did he have access to non-public information that affected those trades? How did he afford that expensive party? These are questions every American should be asking about every member of Congress. The fact that Congressman Crenshaw's response is to threaten litigation rather than provide answers tells you everything you need to know.
You don't think he's going to bring
To my audience, I'm publishing.
You don't think he's going to bring up Pelosi and all these other names then? Or other people going to go down? I have no clue. Sean Ryan does sound like the guy who runs my lunch break. That's funny enough. If you hear this, my lunch break, I don't know if you will, but that's kind of hilarious.
Everything. The original message, the demand letter, my lawyer's response, because I believe in transparency. You've made this show what it is. You deserve to see all the facts and make your own judgment. If you think I misinterpreted the message, that's fine. Reasonable people can disagree, but I don't think my interpretation was unreasonable. And I'm certainly not going to apologize for asking legitimate questions about a public official's finances. To Congressman Crenshaw, sir, if you want to clarify what you meant by "my boys at 6, you're welcome to do so. If you want to answer your questions about your wealth accumulation and your stock trading, I'll give you airtime to do it. But if you think you're going to silence me with legal threats, you've badly miscalculated. I'm not going anywhere, and neither are the questions. Thank you, Dan. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
All right. I'm down for that. But, all right, that's going to be it for the day. All right, motherfuckers. Peace.
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome?
Ai de mim, aipim, o inhame, a batata é uma puta barata. Deixa ela prona, buna, baba que baba de bobo. Transa uma com a cebola, aquele hálito que hábito me fecha. Ai de mim, aipim, o inhame, a batata é uma puta barata. Deixa ela